What if the most powerful men in music and movies never needed threats, lawyers, or hush-money contracts to keep their secrets? Just a tub of lavender-laced water and a vow of silence. On day 14 of the federal trial that's rocking both hip-hop and Hollywood, Amber Heard took the stand and shattered the courtroom's calm with one sentence. "I'm here to talk about the baths." From that moment, every juror leaned forward, every reporter's pen froze, and a decade of rumors rushed up like steam from scalding water. Today we're diving into the rituals, the raids, and the fearless testimony that could finally drain a swamp of obedience stretching from Malibu mansions to Tuscan villas. The judge had barely called the next witness when a collective hush fell over the room. No one expected Amber to testify in a racketeering case against Shaun Diddy Combs. Her own courtroom saga with Johnny Depp still pulsed in the public memory. Yet there she was, hair pulled back, eyes fixed, voice unsteady but determined. She skipped opening pleasantries. Instead, she leaned toward the mic. "This isn't about money, it's about what water remembers." The tension spiked. By the time she finished naming Depp as Diddy's silent partner in what she called cleansings, even seasoned court reporters admitted they'd never felt a chill like that. But the name that echoed loudest wasn't Combs, it was Johnny. Malibu 2010, the first invitation. Flashback 15 years. The Pacific sunset painted a Malibu estate gold as studio executives clinked glasses over a streaming platform launch. Amber, then 24, was Hollywood's newest flame. Diddy, draped in ivory linen, approached with a grin that felt rehearsed. "Johnny will explain," he murmured, sliding a gilt-edged card into her hand before disappearing into the crowd. 3 weeks later, Depp invited her to dinner. No wine, no roses, just an envelope on the table. Inside, "Join us. Let it go. Learn the truth." Eeriness tangled with ambition. Her manager hinted that a Diddy-backed franchise role hung in the balance. Curiosity won. Directions led to a hilltop, mansion lit only by candles, guarded by men who spoke in nods. She stepped inside and smelled lavender long before she saw the bath. The water-loosened silk robes, marble floors, and a sunken pool glowing electric blue beneath white steam greeted her like a fever dream. Diddy knelt at the water's edge. "Lies can't live here," he whispered, cupping warm liquid over her hair. Depp's calm voice followed. "You're safe, as long as you stay silent." She slid in wearing nothing but uncertainty. The water felt thicker than a spa soak, almost gelatinous, laced with herbs and an elusive metallic note. Questions shot at her like arrows, not about roles or red carpets, but about shame, past sins, and fears she'd never confessed aloud. They already knew the answers. They wanted submission, not truth. 15 minutes later, she emerged, not cleansed but branded. As she toweled off, Depp's parting murmur lingered. First dip's the easiest. The next would not be. Passports and passcodes. From 2011 to 2019, the baths migrated like a secret tour. A brownstone in Harlem the night before a charity gala. A beachfront villa in the Bahamas after an awards after-party. A candle-soaked suite above the Carlton during Cannes. Every time invitations arrived, not as RSVPs, but commands. Each gathering flowed with the same choreography. Phones surrendered at the door, robes distributed, water listening. In Tuscany, 2016, Amber felt her identity fray. Paparazzi photos showed her in cafes she never recalled entering. Film offers vaporized overnight if she skipped a summons. And when Homeland Security raided Diddy's homes in March 2024, agents cataloged robes, hard drives, and more than 1,000 vials of essential oil mixtures. Proof that the ritual wasn't mere myth. Yet the most chilling evidence still lay ahead, tucked in a plain manila envelope. But that wasn't the worst part. Polaroids, USBs, and vanishing careers, September 2018. On a Vancouver set, a courier delivered an unmarked envelope. Inside rested a Polaroid. Amber, glazed-eyed, sitting half-submerged in a candlelit bath. A stranger's hand dangled a wine glass, just beyond frame. Scrawled on the back, "The water remembers." The shock unlocked buried memories, and a resolve to dig. Months later, she found a USB sewn into a jacket lining left at one of Diddy's properties. The footage was grainy but unmistakable. Well-known faces drifting in and out of baths, some sleeping, some weeping. Heard, Cassie Ventura, and an ex-assistant named Mia all appeared, each framed like living trophies. The clips dated back years, stamped with timestamps matching festival weekends and album release parties. In more than one, Johnny Depp lounged. In the background, expression blank, like a statue ordered to watch. Yet even statues can speak. Johnny's whisper. Why did Depp, a global icon, orbit these ceremonies? Amber's answer painted him as both recruiter and captive. Between franchise fatigue, lawsuits, and skyrocketing spending, he drifted toward financiers who asked for silence instead of collateral. Diddy offered access to roles, jets, and a buffer from mounting legal bills. In return, Depp appeared at baths, shepherding newcomers with that narcotic charm. But his whispers told another story. In Tuscany, when Amber begged to skip a ritual, he pulled her aside. They don't let you leave clean. Later, he admitted he'd endured his first dip in 2004 after an on-set OD panic almost tanked a blockbuster. The bath had reset him, and the price was obedience. Depp's career drought after 2016 and sudden indie comeback bankrolled by mysterious investors now seemed less like coincidence, more like compliance. Still, Amber believed he retained a spark of rebellion. Prague would prove it. Escape, collapse, rebirth Prague, 2019. Lured under a producer's alias, Amber found herself in a stone-floored estate, steam swirling like ghostly vines. When she tried the doors, they locked. "You're overdue," Diddy warned. Panic erupted. She faked a seizure, swiped a keycard, and bolted barefoot into the Czech night. Johnny saw her steal the pass and let her go. Freedom tasted metallic, laced with dread. Within days, her assistant quit, an endorsement evaporated, and tabloids labeled her unstable. She disappeared for 6 months, hopscotching between remote villas, living offline. Yet the machine still hunted her. Rumors bloomed, podcasts, laughed about bathhouse conspiracy nuts. A tech executive, once Depp's acquaintance, sent a single line. "They're rewriting your story." Amber turned to therapy, journaling, and finally, a lawyer. The attorney's first response stunned her. "You're not the first." That admission lit a fuse leading straight back to the federal courthouse. The reckoning unfolds. May 25, 2025, New York. Amber faced combs across polished oak. She presented photocopied diary pages, tile diagrams, scent recipes, badge numbers, each matching evidence seized in last year's raids. Then she handed the judge a sealed envelope, a second list of names. Some were stars still shining on billboards. Others had vanished from social media without goodbye. Several, she said, were minors when recruited. Gasps ricocheted off marble walls. Prosecutors invoked RICO statutes that carry sentences rivaling life terms. Outside, fans argued whether Depp was victim, villain, or both. Inside, Amber's final words cut through the noise. "I didn't come here to be believed. I came here to be heard without edits, without fear. See what floats." When the water drains, the Combs trial isn't just another celebrity scandal. It's a blueprint of systemic obedience, a reminder that power often hides in rituals so bizarre they sound fictional until the evidence piles up. 1,000 vials of lavender oil, hard drives full of candlelit confessions, careers lifted and shattered with a single invitation card. If these baths really did buy silence for 15 years, what other truths still ripple beneath Hollywood's glossy surface? As jurors weigh testimonies and hard drives tick in evidence lockers, one question hovers like steam above hot water. When this verdict finally drops, whose reflection will we see in the bath, and whose career will sink beneath it forever? So, the next time a red carpet smile looks just a little too strained, remember Amber's warning: the water remembers everything.